JB won a fight against Flex Glow, who as mentioned was 3 years older. And of course, as mentioned at the very beginning, not being able to manage his anger, probably hearing people tease him, he decided to take matters into his own hands.
My niggas, you can't be that heartbroken to shut your ass with, bro. That shit ain't cool. I don't get it. Niggas that really don't sit there and fight no more. Everything's about a gun.
A painful day for the family of 13-year-old Sanjay Griffith.
Sanjay was the most joyful son I had. My heart is... My heart...
Nigga whooped it. Just know your son whooped his ass. Yo, what's good YouTube? Welcome back with another video. Man, I'm on the road. Today's video we reacting to is a Rat at Heart. Unreleased diss track help identify New York teen murder suspect. When these niggas gonna believe that they actually snitching in these songs, bro? Some of them should be fired though. Okay. But let's jump right into the video, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and appreciate you for watching. My guys, let's start this.
Yo, they wildin', yo. No, yo, oh, fuck. You have the whole fucking gun, bro. We out.
How about that at 105? Receiving multiple calls in regards to unconfirmed person. Shot Springfield Boulevard, Lincoln Boulevard. Mail shot corner unconfirmed. Receiving an unconfirmed mail shot 20815.
You see me, blow my ear, told me go for the PD, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, niggas probably could beat me, but I'm at G when you see me, blow my ear, told me go for the PD, whatever I do, I just aim for the feet.
A 13-year-old boy shot in the head on his way to school in Queens has died.
For one, niggas who live in New York that carry guns, like them niggas, you don't fuck with them niggas, bro. If you think about it, they don't give a fuck about their life, so why the fuck would they give a fuck about yours? But gun laws in New York is out the roof, nigga. Like, sometimes you get more time in New York for a gun charge than a murder charge, my nigga. These niggas walk around this just casually. Don't know how, bro.
Because I would be at his bedside, hold his hand, talking to him. You say, well, daddy love you, the whole family love you, your friends, you know, everybody want to like to see you come back, you know.
But it wouldn't happen. This morning, Sanjay's family got an update on his brain activity.
Unfortunately, when that test was concluded, we were informed that there was none.
Every parent think they know what their child is getting into when they walk out their front door. But the truth is, sometimes we don't. What's said on the news is one story. What's said on social media is another. And the reality on the streets is something completely different. And to be honest, family, today's story proves just that. Recently, a 13-year-old first
Thinking about going solar, but not sure whether it's worth it for your home. Well, before you get close.
Don't give a fuck about some
first year being a
projects.
teenager gets gunned down broad daylight on his way to school. What makes it even worse, the alleged shooter wasn't someone much older, but another teen, just 3 years older at the age of 16, who didn't know how to handle
These white niggas be wildin' in New York, bro.
conflict except through violence. Now, this situation happened 72 hours ago before me doing this video, but within the last 24 hours, the video has of the aftermath, and unfortunately, the victim had lost his life after being on life support. And of course, you know the family TV did the research. So in this video, we pay our respects to the victim, go over the details of this case, also disclose the alleged motive, what's being said online, what's being presented online, and what the family saying to the news. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Fam, if I told you that a New York teen who's an inspiring rapper had dropped a song saying free his homie who did a murder just the night before he made that song and wasn't even arrested, gets identified the next day, would you believe me? But that's what we got here. You see, over the weekend,
I believe you. For a fact, all you gotta do is listen to the track.
2 teenage boys had got into altercation, a fight. The vast majority of the world didn't know, but it led to something much more deeper. You see the fight?
That jacket fight, I'm not gonna hold you.
Between a 16-year-old who was allegedly identified as Flex Glow, We'll later go over how we come up with that. The other person, the other 13-year-old, Sanjay Samuels, also known as JB, as mentioned, only 13 years old, but on his Instagram account, he repped SMM, Sex Money Murder, which is allegedly under the Bloods umbrella. Now, according to people, JB won a fight against Flex Glow, who, as mentioned, was 3 years older. And of course, as mentioned at the very beginning, not being able to manage his anger, probably hearing people tease him, he decided to take matters into his own hands. They both went to Martin Van Buren High School in Queens, New York. So on Monday, September the 22nd, 2025, Flex Glow knew JB would be headed to school around 8:20. And to Flex Glow, that was the perfect time for him to take his opportunity for revenge. And that's what happened. As JB was walking to school with a group of friends at around 8:20 a.m., he was in a parking lot of a Dunkin' Donuts in Queens.
My niggas, you can't be that heartbroken to stretch your ass with, bro. That shit ain't cool. I don't get it. Niggas really don't sit there and fight no more. Everything's about a gun.
When at the time, an unidentified male had walked up to JB, shot him in the head, and ran off. At the time, police had no idea who it was for over 24 hours. The only information they provided was the information that witnesses gave local authorities of the description of the alleged suspect. Only the items he allegedly had on during the time of the shooting. And for the first 48 hours, authorities had nothing but that and trying to obtain and look through every surveillance footage that they could possibly find in the area.
Is this team 1? This is team 1. And you 1? How about that at 105, receiving multiple calls in regards to unconfirmed person shot at Springfield Boulevard, Legend Boulevard. Male shot one unconfirmed, receiving the unconfirmed male shot at 20815 Legend Boulevard, Nashville Boulevard to Springfield.
5 unconfirmed 34 for possible male shot, Springfield Boulevard to Legend Boulevard. Get numerous calls and also get the location 208-15 Legend Boulevard, Nashville to Springfield. Thomas 834 hours shooting via advised confines of speed 105 sergeants calling a level of mobilization in regards to a confirmed male shot. Mobilization point for Kurt Linden.
That's on 840 hours, authority at 105 C open level mobilization. The Afro male shot number 1. Have an updated description of a male black with an Afro hairstyle, white hoodie, white lettering in the front, black book bag with the jaw sign, white sneakers.
Thomas 847 hours shooting via 5. He had an updated description in regards to the perp wanted for Springfield and Lindsay Boulevard for the level 1. Male black Afro hairstyle wearing a white hoodie with white lettering on the front, black book bag with the jaw sign, white sneakers.
Now, as authorities still search for this.
That was no different description than the first time you said it.
The teenager still fights for his life at the local hospital. Authorities only going by what witnesses claim they saw the perpetrator have on. So they had no name or even no facial description to give the local public. Yet it's still a young man who had more shares than likes of a post on Instagram that previewed the unreleased song that seemingly gave the public clues on who was allegedly responsible. Before we talk about who and how, check out the song and see if you notice what man he say free, because he allegedly did something to JB.
If you swagging a pounce, I'm laying them down. Free fight shots, my to the front of a yelling out DJ, I'm sending out rounds. 50 on shots with PG hound. If you don't want to bang, I'm coming around.
Now we'll later break down what he said in those lyrics. Someone mentioned it on the comments of the alleged suspect getting identified. Now, he had responded, but as you can see by the reposts and the shares, a lot of his peers knew who he was talking about. They didn't necessarily like the music, but it was getting shared out the fact that he was talking about something so brazy when the suspect wasn't even released to the public yet. But by this time, it's going on 2 to 3 days since JB was gunned down in front of the Dunkin' Donuts shop. Authorities had seen surveillance footage and released a still photo of a video of a young man running from the scene. Because of that song that was played, even though people thought that was a young man identified as Flex Glow, 16 years old, they knew it was him. And the fact that his homie said he was arrested, but authorities was looking for him, but people was just calling him a red at heart. So then at that point, local platforms in New York started to identify the perpetrator allegedly as Flex Glow. And after 4 days would go by, he still haven't been found. The video had surfaced of allegedly Flex Glow running from after allegedly committing a murder with a firearm in the his hand. Check it out.
Yo, they wildin', yo. No, yo, oh, fuck. No, fucking gun, bro. We out.
13-year-old boy shot in the head on his way to school in Queens has died.
I'm sorry, we're locked in, but I tell niggas all the time, it's hard to get away with stuff in New York. There's cameras everywhere, especially in the Manhattan area. There's cameras everywhere.
Samuel's mother shared that heartbreaking news late this afternoon. Her son's killer remains at large.
Eyewitness News reporter Shantae Lands is in New Hyde Park. Shantae?
Well, Joe and Sandra, I spoke with the mother of 13-year-old Sanjay Griffith here.
No way this is 2025. Why does she look so old?
Outside of this hospital, she said her whole world fell apart after realizing her son, her young son, will never come home. A painful day for the family of 13-year-old Sanjay Griffith.
Sanjay was the most joyful son I had. My heart.
Nigga whooped it. Just know your son whooped his ass. I'll repeat that, boy. It sucks like you can't win a fight fair and square now.
Overwhelmed with grief for my Sanjay.
The Martin Van Buren High School freshman was walking to school around 8 a.m. Monday when he was shot in the head. His mother, Eileen Griffith, recalls their last conversation.
He said, Mom, bye. I said, love you, see you this afternoon. I said, call me when you get there.
She never received his call. Police say Sanjay was in the Dunkin' parking lot with his friends when someone came up on a scooter and shot him. A recent middle school graduate.
It was a drive-by on a scooter. Then dropped the scooter and ran. Because if that's the boy that was running away from the scene, he had no scooter.
With dreams to play high school basketball, was rushed to Cohen Children's Medical Center in critical condition.
So heartbroken because I would be at his bedside, hold his hand, talking to him. So daddy love you, the whole family love you, your friends, everybody want to like to see you come back,
But it wouldn't happen. This morning, Sanjay's family got an update on his brain activity.
Unfortunately, that when that test was concluded, we were informed that there was none.
I hope they make do something about the gun violence in teens in New York.
In making new laws, whether it's placing more...
Niggas have been trying to do that for years. Nothing gonna happen, bro. Be like, what more can happen, bro? Gonna bring back the stop and frisk? Like, there's nothing else you can do, bro.
These officers at schools that are at high risk, particularly in the morning and in the afternoon.
That shooter is still on the loose. Mayor Eric Adams offered his condolences to that family. Now, as far as that young boy, he's still on life support technically because they want to donate his organs. Reporting live outside of Cohen Children's Medical Center, Shantae Lands, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Now, as mentioned, at this time, Flex is still yet to be caught, but bloggers are identifying. But one person called Spooky out for identifying him in the song before he was even captured. They wrote, Spooky made a song saying Free Flex before they even announced it was him. Spooky, a natural right at heart. And what Spooky responded and said, everybody was saying he was booked, so of course I said free. What the that's my man. I don't know his whereabouts, so I wouldn't have known. The Spooky response got no likes. Get it?
Y'all niggas just snitched on, like, why on social media, bro? Why on social media, bro? You snitch, but you made me a snitch. Decide though.
Deal. It's Friday, September 26, 2025, and it's 5 days since the murder had took place, and even the local news not identifying the perpetrator. They're only releasing images, with the mayor using JB as the poster child for gang violence.
Search for the person who shot and killed a 13-year-old boy in Queens. The NYPD released new photos of the man they're looking for. One of the photos shows the suspect holding a gun and a backpack with the jaws low.
This whole time I even see the gun. GG's my boy.
Sanjay Samuel was shot in the head near a Dunkin' Donuts in Cambria Heights Monday morning. He died yesterday. Still unclear whether he was the intended target.
Christine, it started off pretty innocently enough when I asked the mayor about the demand by students' family for cops to find the killer. The mayor said the shooting was gang-related and lashed out at those in the race who want to make it more difficult for cops to curb gang violence by eliminating the gang database.
And so I think that all candidates should think loud and clear about how policies impact people on the ground. This mother is grieving.
The family of 13-year-old Sanjay Samuel, shot in the head outside of Dunkin' Donuts in Cambria Heights as he walked to school, had no idea he would become a poster boy in the increasingly bitter debate over
Nobody know that he whooped the shooter ass before he shot, though. Nobody know that?
safety in the mayoral campaign. The mayor says the shooting was gang-related, using it as a springboard to attack Zohran Mamdani, who has called for eliminating the gang database, which cops say helps him to crack down on gang violence.
It's clear that his life
helps him to attack Zohran Mamdani, who has called for eliminating the gang database, which cops say helps him to crack down on gang.
Eliminating the gang database gonna help you crack down on gangs? New York gotta be the dumbest city. Like what?
It's clear that his lack of fully understanding the full scope of public safety, if he were to become the mayor, it's just going to impact the quality of life of our city. When you have these tragic shootings, it hits at the core of your feeling of safety. The perception hurts you. So every mother, I'm sure, is ready to write.
This nigga's a criminal too.
About their child and their child moving around the city.
A spokesperson for the Queens Assemblyman told CBS News New York that he is against the gang database because it puts individuals on a list on the basis of suspicion rather than fact. Republican Curtis Sliwa, who is generally a law and order candidate, pointed out that some gang members have turned their lives around by joining the Guardian Angel subway patrols, so he wants the gang database to eliminate those who have left gang life.
We need a gang list, but we need to cope.
I get it. You can't just eliminate his name.
When people are no longer involved with gangs, you'd be surprised at the number of people who were involved with the Savage Nomads, Savage Codes, Black Spades, all the gangs in the Bronx when I first started, now gainfully employed.
Andrew Cuomo talked about Sanjay Samuel's death as he offered a 5-point plan to combat gun violence. He took a swipe at Mamdani, who doesn't want to hire additional police, and he also said he does not support the elimination of the gang database.
That's a Mamdani position that again speaks to his lack of experience.
And the mayor took aim at Mamdani's promise to freeze rent, saying it was, quote, diabolical because he can't do it for lots of people, including those living in public housing. Now, a spokesperson for the Queens Assemblyman shot back that Adams, quote, has no substantive vision to present beyond his own failed record of endless corruption.
All right, Marcia, still more to come.
And more.
Now, fam, this story isn't just about a diss track or a fight that went too far. Let's be real. It's about how quick life can be taken when conflict, clout, and music collide. An unreleased song, a few bars posted on Instagram, and now we talking about a murder suspect instead of another young man with the future. Parents, we gotta ask ourselves, real talk, do we really know what our kids are listening to, posting, and living by when they step outside? Because sometimes the music ain't just music, it's a blueprint to tragedy.
My nigga, ain't nothing like New York City skyline, bro.
Rest in peace to the young life lost. Let's hope somebody hears this before the next story turns into a headline. Rest in peace to the victim once again. Love and prayers to the family.
A lot of kids here, parents know what their kids are doing in the streets. They just don't care. But when they get shot or in jail, oh, free him, he ain't do nothing. Like, shut up.
And 11 prayers to anyone who was affected by the story we just talked about. From this was the story of a young teenager who was gunned down on his way to.
That's crazy, man. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna go to some sleep, man. Hope you